Welcome student in Word of Oracle. In this session we will discuss about the SQL constraints. Whatever constraints are in Oracle SQL, from that in this session we will discuss primary key constraint and foreign key constraint in SQL. In this session we define the primary key, what is meant by primary key, what is meant by foreign key, its examples, how to create primary key, how to create foreign key, and what is difference between primary key and foreign key. Okay, now start with primary key constraint. Here constraint indicates what? Rules. Whatever rules that we want to apply on table data, that rules are considered as the constraint. Here primary key constraint, it is also referred as the entity integrity. Integrity means what? Integrity indicates the correctness, completeness, accuracy of the data. Means while specifying the constraint, while entering the data in a table, we must maintain data entity integrity. Means we must maintain the data correctness, data accuracy, data completeness. So we must specify the rules, we must specify the limits to the table data. For that, primary key is most important. As the primary key is a column or combination of columns in a table which uniquely identifies a record in the table. This definition indicates what? Here when we want to identify particular records throughout the table, then we must set the primary key for that column, or we can use the combination of columns to specify the primary key, and by using primary key we can identify a record in that table uniquely. When we apply the primary keys on a table column, then we must follow some rules. These rules are: a primary key column cannot contain null value or an empty string. Means when we set a column with prime column at the time of table creation, then that column doesn't contain any null value, cannot contain the null value. It indicates what? We can't left blank the column as it is. Null value means not a blank value, not a zero value. Null value indicates the unknown value. In Oracle, null value is considered as the unknown value. The second rule for the prime column is primary key value must be unique within the entire table. This rule says that when we enter a value for that prime column, then that value must be unique. It is not duplicated throughout the table, throughout the column, prime column. A primary key value should not be changed over time. And when we specify a primary key on a table column for that table, then database internally creates its index, unique index for the primary key column. It indicates what? Whenever we declare a primary key for a table, then Oracle automatically internally creates its unique index on a primary column. Okay. In this example, we are creating a primary key with the help of create tables command. In this example, I am creating a student table with 4 columns: student ID, first name, last name, and course ID. When we identify the records for this student table, we must use the student ID as a unique column to identify individual records uniquely, so that we must apply the primary key constraint on this student ID column. So in this example, I am setting the primary key, specifying the primary key at the column level to the column student ID. Here, while creating the table, after specifying the column definition, I am define the primary key. I am applying the primary key with the constraint primary key. Then first name, last name, course ID, and these columns, other columns. Here, the table will be displayed as it is. Here, student ID, first name, last name, course ID. Here student ID is a primary key which contains the unique values which are not duplicated throughout the column, and the column which is declared as a prime column cannot contain the null value, means we can't left the column blank. Okay, understand? Then we can define the primary key at column level as well as table level. While declaring the primary key at column level, we can specify the primary key constraint after definition of the column. Right now, if we are defining the column primary key at table level, then after declaration of the all columns of that table, we can define the primary key after declaration of the all columns, like in this example, show in this example. Okay. Then foreign key constraint. Now moving towards the foreign key constraint. Here again, it is considered as the referential integrity. Why it is a referential integrity? Because foreign key constraint is used to establish the relationship, to create a relationship between two or more tables. It is considered referential, means while declaring the foreign key constraint, we take the reference of primary key constraint of another table. That's why it is referred as the referential integrity. It is the integrity rule second, entity rule second, integrity rule second. Here, for example, while declaring the foreign key, we must have a prime table and child table. Prime table is that table from which we take the reference of prime column, primary key, and make that primary key in another table as a foreign key, which is called as the child table. For example, here I am creating a table student with student ID column as a prime column. Then this table becomes a primary table while applying or while creating the relationship with student with another table. Means this primary key column is referred by another table to make the relationship, to establish the relationship with two or more tables. Then this column becomes, this table becomes a prime table, master table. Okay. Now creating the foreign key at column level. I am showing here both levels, declaration of the foreign key at both levels. Here column level, while declaring the foreign key at column level, I am taking a table orders. Here I am creating a table orders. Here our table student is a prime table from which we take the reference. Here in this example, creating table orders, I am taking the columns order number, student ID, order date. 3 columns are there. Here see in this example, I am declared the column order number, its data type size. Second column student ID, its data type size. Here I am taking the clause references and a table students. It indicates what? The student ID column, which is same as in prime table student, in our prime table student. Here in this student table, which is a prime table, parent table, you can say parent table, it is the primary key column in parent table, and this primary key column is becoming a foreign column, secondary column in this order table, which is called as the child table. Okay. Here student ID is taking the reference of which table? Student table. Students table means here student table becomes the primary table, parent table, and order tables, the orders table becomes a child table. Means for this column, student ID column in order tables, we are taking the reference of students table from the primary table or student table, which is a primary table. Here this type of declaration is at column level. Means after declaring the column, we are setting the foreign key constraint. Means in this example, orders table is a child table or secondary table or foreign table, and student table is a primary table, parent table, master table. Here I am taking the reference for this column in order tables of this column in student table, student ID, which is the same column. We can specify the column name different here, but data type and size must be same while taking the reference. Okay, same example is used to declare the foreign key at table level. Here, while declaring the foreign key at table level, after declaration of all columns, I am declaring the foreign key. For that, I am using the keyword foreign key. Here, in column level declaration, at column level declaration, I am not taking the keyword foreign key. I am specifying the keyword only references here. But at the table level, I am specifying the keyword foreign key, and which foreign key that we want to declare, that foreign key name, the column name of that foreign key should be specified in a parenthesis. Then take the references of the parent table. This type of declaration is the table level. In table level declaration, we must specify the foreign key keyword, and at the column level declaration, there is no need to specify the foreign key keyword. Okay. Here is the example. This is the student table. This is the order table or course table, something course table. Here we are making the relationship between these two tables. Okay. In this table, student ID, first name, last name, course ID. These are the keys. Here student ID is a primary key in this table, and here in this table, course ID is a primary key. Course name is another column. Okay. Then can you imagine which, can you identify which table becomes a primary key table and which table become a foreign key table? Here the table, this student, where the course ID column is there, here the course table is there, where the course ID column is. Both the columns are the same in both tables. This column is same in both tables. In this table, course ID becoming a primary key, and in this student table, course ID becoming foreign key. Means in a table where foreign key is present is a child table, and in a table where prime key is present is a prime table. Means here course ID is a prime key. That's why this table becoming a parent table, primary table, and here course ID is a foreign key. That's why it is becoming a child table. Understood? Okay. And for that, by applying the foreign key, means here course ID taking the reference of this parent table's course ID. Okay. And after by taking the reference, it established the relation between two tables. Means these two tables become the dependent. Okay. Here in this example, another example, two tables are there again, cars and orders. Here car table is a secondary table, whereas order table is a primary table. Here ID car and ID car. This orders table ID car and order table, cars table ID car. Here primary key in cars table, primary key is the ID car, and in order table, primary key is the ID car. Okay. Then now see the difference between primary key and foreign key in SQL. Okay, these are some important differences between foreign key and primary key in SQL. Okay, primary key cannot be null. On the other hand, foreign key can be null. Primary key is always unique values, whereas foreign key can be duplicated. Okay, primary key uniquely identify a record in a table, while foreign key is a field in a table, that is primary key another table. There is only one primary key in a table. On the other hand, we can have more than one foreign key in the table. By default, primary key creates the cluster index, whereas foreign key does not automatically create an index. Okay, thank you.